Hello, 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 and welcome to What's Your Story? Live with me, your host, Carrie Rowan. I'm so happy to be here with you today. And what we do here every week at What's Your Story is we talk a little bit about my book, Tell a New Story. 5 simple ways to release your negative stories and bring more joy to your life. Joy, joy, joy. Isn't that what we all want anyways? So what we do here is I share each week a little morsel from the book. And sometimes I open the book to a page and we talk about that. But today, I wanted to share something else with you first. I wanted to share a little tiny secret with you. But before I share the secret, I wanted to tell you something really cool about my book. In case you haven't heard me explain this, my book is interactive. And what does that mean? It's super cool because in my book, you will find these amazing QR codes. And I just found one for you. These little QR codes, see right here? They allow you to take your electronic device, swipe it over the code, and this happens to be a meditation, and instantly the meditation for one of the 5 steps that I mentioned will come up on your phone and you can listen to it at the appropriate point in the book. And this is super cool because I also have my music, and if you don't know me, I'm also a singer-songwriter, a coach, a speaker, and now a best-selling author of this book. So in here, you'll find a code for my music. So when I'm telling you a story, and this is how I started the whole thing, is with the stories of my songs, which are really just 3-minute stories. And when you come to one of these little guitars in the book with the QR code right here, you'll swipe that and you'll be able to hear the song about the story that I'm telling. So that's what makes my book super unique and really fun and cool. And you get to know me and you get to understand my stories on a deeper level. And why is that important? Because by me sharing my most personal stories with you, you can take a look at your stories. You can recognize yourself in my stories and say, hey, wait a minute. I tell myself that same story. And here's how she rewrote it, and it worked for her. So that's the whole point of the book, is to share my deepest stories, how I got over them, how I rewrote those stories, the ones that were not empowering me, so that I could live my best and happy, healthier life. So that's what it's all about here. And I can't wait to share the little secret that I mentioned with you. So the secret is this. It's a secret to happiness, right? We've got it all mixed up, us humans. We've got it all backwards. We think the secret to happiness is we worry about everything. We worry about this person and that person. We're always looking at things outside of ourselves, right? Instead of looking at what I always say, what's in here, what's right here between our 2 ears. That's what we need to focus on. So instead of focusing on outside of ourselves and trying to control our external environment, we try to control and worry about what other people think of us or what they might say, right? Think about those old things that were told to us as a kid. Don't let the neighbors see you, or what are the neighbors going to say, or right? We're programmed as kids, part of our society, to worry about what other people think of us and what they say, and worry about all the circumstances around us, which is what makes us crazy, because we think we have to learn how to control that. And guess what? You can't control that. Can you control that? If you can control that, I want to hear from you right now in the chat. Tell me how you control that and keep your peace of mind and happiness. You cannot control other people's behavior. You cannot control other people's thoughts and feelings and what they say about you when you're not there. So why even try? That's the secret. The secret is turn that focus around and go inwards. Focus on yourself. Focus on your thoughts, right? Because here's how it works. When you can get in there, and this is all what I talk about in my book, when you can get in here and start to catch some of those thoughts, some of those stories that you're telling yourself and other people, and you start to get familiar with your own thoughts and emotions, you can figure this thing out. You can figure it out, and you can have the secret to success. You can figure out, hey, what are those thoughts? Because you know what? That's the only thing you have control over, right? Is our own thoughts and our own feelings, because our thoughts evoke our behavior, right? Whether that's good, bad, or indifferent. Then we have feelings, about that behavior. So we think a thought, we act a certain way or do something, and then we have a thought about it. So that could work to our favor if you want to incorporate a good habit. You want to start to catch your thoughts so you can start behaving in a different way, get a new thought, get a new behavior, get a new emotion, change your life, right? Or you can look at it in terms of, hey, what's this bad habit that I don't like? What are these thoughts that I have? What am I thinking to myself before I actually do that certain thing? And then how do I feel afterwards? Are they good feeling emotions? Are they low feeling emotions? So understanding your thoughts, your behaviors, and your emotional patterns, and how that whole cycle keeps running around and around, we can figure out what's going on up here, and we can change what's in here, and thereby changing our whole life and changing the stories that we tell about our lives. And that's what I'm so excited to share about with you in my book. And if you don't already have a copy of it, jump on Amazon. This little baby became a #1 bestseller in 3 days, an international bestseller in 3 days when I launched it. So it's super exciting. I'm completely honored that I am helping so many people to change their lives by changing their story. And I'd love to help you too. I would love to help you get in there and figure out what are those stories that are holding you back from living the best life that you could possibly live. That's my specialty, man. That's my jam. I love helping people do that. I love giving people real tools that you can use every single day. Tools to make you feel better. Tools to take a look at your thoughts. Tools that are going to help your whole life. Even energy medicine tools, because here's the thing, people. If you're not looking at the biology behind all these thoughts, right? That's what we're diving into. You want to dive into your own biology. You want to dive into your own habitual emotions. So when you can put your arms around that stuff, you can say, hey, wait, do I like this? Am I getting the outcome I want, or am I not? Do I need to change this? Do I need to shift something, shift my story, shift my thoughts? And that's my specialty. So join me, won't you? I am launching another class on May 26th, and I'm really excited about it. I have gotten incredible feedback from people who took my class. Jump on my website at carrierowan.com, and you can read some of those testimonials. You can hear week by week what we do in this 5-week class and how you can turn your stories around. And the cool thing about my class is it's totally live with me, live doing live coaching with you. I want to hear about your stories. What are those little stories that you keep telling yourself, especially in those moments of anxiety that don't serve you, that don't support you? And you know what? They're probably not even true. Yeah. We tell a lot of stories to ourselves that are not even true. So let's get in there. Let's dig in together. If you want more information, again, go to my website, carrierowan.com, or hit me up with a text. Hit me up in the form right on my website, and I'd love to answer any questions that you have. So it's been so nice here talking with you today. And I'm a little later than I normally do this, but I hope that you could catch it. It's going to be recorded and be up on my Facebook page. So thank you so much for joining me. And before I rush off, I want to show you one quick little energy medicine tool. You know, I love to do this stuff. So let's use our body to change our minds, right? This is a Donna Eden energy medicine tool. See if you can say that fast 5 times. And it's called the Wayne Cook posture. I guess Wayne Cook is the one that developed it. Now, I've used this for many years before I would go on stage and perform. It's a great little energy medicine tool to use your body and your breathing. If you're feeling anxious, you know, your mind's racing, you're having one of those moments, your mind's racing or you can't sleep or you've got a lot going on, you want to just calm everything down in there. And here's how you do it. Take your hands, put them out in front of you, turn them around. You'll remember doing this as a little kid. Put your 2 palms of your hands together, clap them together, and roll them in, right? Remember doing that as a kid? So you're going to do that move. You're going to roll it in. You can't see my feet, but I'm going to cross my ankles, right? So cross those ankles and stand there with this posture. This is why I like this. There's actually a more formal one that you can do sitting down. It's a longer one. I'm showing you the abridged version because you can do this anywhere. You could be standing in line at the grocery store. People might think you're weird, but who cares? So roll your hand up, and you're going to put these close to your heart. My feet are crossed, and I'm just going to close my eyes for a few minutes. Place your tongue on the top of your mouth, on the roof of your mouth, and just breathe in. Breathe in a couple times, so really, really deep. Imagine that your breath is coming in all the way from the bottom of your feet. And I want you to rest in the position, just breathing, focusing on that breathing, focusing on calming everything in your body while you hold this pose, okay? It's rebalancing your energies. It's releasing that anxiety. It's focusing yourself. It's getting your meridians crossed again. We talked about our energies and how they run crossed in our body. So try that posture when you're feeling, again, anxious, unsettled, agitated, and you just need to find a moment of calm. I hope that works for you. I'd love to hear from you in the chat or on my Facebook down below in the comment section. Let me know that you watched the video and tell me what your little takeaway is. Or if you decide to use some of these things, come back and share with me how it worked for you in your life. Thank you again for joining me. I'm Carrie Rowan, your host of What's Your Story? And that's all for today, folks. And don't forget, it's never too late to live your best story. Bye for now.